This clip is brought to you by VegasWinners.com. Get expert sports betting advice from some of the best handicappers in the world. Head on over to VegasWinners.com and win yourself some money.
So, yeah, that's exciting. Looking forward to that. Ryan is up next. He says, what's your best Steve Austin personal drinking story?
Well, let's see. There's been a lot of Steve and I rode down. He always drove. I remember he was going to try to clean out a little bit, just drink wine. So that's what we did. And I didn't even like wine. And we drove from Phoenix to Tucson. Because in those days, you do Raw Monday and, of course, live, then go to next day, tape another day TV, SmackDown. And so for somebody that didn't like wine, I don't know how far it is from Phoenix to Tucson. It ain't that far, 100 miles maybe. We drank 2 bottles of wine. Yeah, not smart. Drinking and driving is not cool. But, you know, we're bulletproof. He's stone cold. You know, I'm Jim effing Ross, and, you know, crazy delusions of grandeur.
Right.
But yeah, that was a dandy. And we almost got to the point where we're going to start taking out signs and throw those big ass wine bottles at signs, but we didn't do that.
Oh, good.
It's like we were sitting in the back of that goddamn plane ride from hell and acting like an idiot.
Yeah, I don't want to relive that again. That's for sure. If anything from Dark Side of the Ring taught us that, we don't want to see the drive of Stone Cold and Jim F. and Ross. I
was very disappointed in how some of those scenes were portrayed. But those kids got to make a living. They got to create controversy. But I'm not a big fan of having a question asked and way over here, and then it's edited deep in the show to something that fits it fits everything. They manufacture it. And I'm not saying that was all the things they did. And I like those guys. They're 2 creators, hardworking young guys. But I didn't like the show. I thought it was way too negative, and it impacted too many people negatively, I thought.
Yeah.
So it was hard to, you know, I've offended a lot of people by being on that show, which I apologize for.
I talked to Mike Chioda about it, and he said there were times where he would answer something and he was like laughing, but that would be spliced into a part that was a serious topic, and then it made him look kind of like an asshole, and it was kind of taken out of context of when he was talking about it. So
yeah, not good.
Yeah, so I get it. Drew Roper is up next. He says, with Austin, Rock, and Cena all going into the movie business post WWE, Austin being the bigger star of the 3 in the ring, but maybe hasn't been as big of a star when it comes to movies as the other 2. Why do you think this is?
That was Steve's choice. He didn't like doing them. He's a reality show guy. He's a guy that likes to do is get the production done in a few weeks as opposed to a few months. So the structure on a movie set, the hurry up and wait, we're not shooting today, we're going to change this, we're going to do that, was not his cup of tea. And so he didn't have a lot of motivation for it. He tried it, and he had some good opportunities. He had some good shots. He just didn't enjoy it.
All right. Ken, we have a few more questions, JR, and then we'll close it down. There's so much that came in, and we have plenty for another episode of this. Ken Brzezinski says, JR, being that you've been an executive for so long, when did you stop drinking with the wrestlers, or did you ever stop drinking with them?
Never stopped. I never stopped my lifestyle because I'd been fake and phony. And then if you lose trust because you're trying to portray something that you aren't, the wrestlers are very intuitive. So why should they trust me? So I never changed in that regard. Now, I didn't get sloppy ass drunk when I was, I slipped a little bit of time or two, no doubt. But I always tried to be myself.
Yeah.
And didn't lie to the talent. If you don't lie to people, you don't have to worry about what you said. You got to remember it. It's just, right. You told the truth. and go back to it. So that's kind of where I try to live my life by.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.